The wind howls a mournful song across the Eurasian steppe, a vast canvas stretching from the Black Sea to the foothills of the Altai Mountains. It whispers tales of a vanished people, fierce warriors who once ruled these endless plains, the Sarmatians. Their legacy echoes through time, a captivating blend of myth and historical fact, as elusive as the shifting sands themselves. They left behind no written records, their story entrusted to the whispers of the wind and the echoes in ancient graves. Our journey into their world begins with the writings of their enemies, the Greeks and Romans, who chronicled their encounters with these formidable horsemen. These accounts, though often tinged with fear and prejudice, offer us tantalizing glimpses into the lives of the Sarmatians. They speak of their unmatched equestrian skills, their dazzling gold ornaments, and the prominent role of women in their society. Yet these fragments only serve to deepen the mystery surrounding the Sarmatians. Who were these people who emerged from the heart of the steppe to challenge the might of empires? What were their beliefs, their aspirations, their fears? Join me, dear reader, as we delve into the shadows of the past, seeking to unravel the enigma of the Sarmatians. For over a millennium, from the 7th century BC to the 5th century AD, the Sarmatians held sway over a vast swathe of Eurasia. Their dominion stretched from the banks of the Danube River in Europe to the borders of China in the east. Their nomadic lifestyle, perfectly adapted to the harsh realities of the steppe, made them masters of their domain. Unlike their predecessors, the Scythians, the Sarmatians ventured even further east, their presence felt in the Caucasus region and beyond. Theirs was a world of endless horizons, where survival depended on mobility and resilience. They were a people in constant motion, their lives intertwined with the rhythms of the steppe. Their herds of horses, sheep and cattle provided sustenance, clothing and transportation. They moved with the seasons, their wagon trains forming mobile settlements on the open plains. The Sarmatians were organized into tribes, each ruled by a chieftain whose authority rested on his prowess in war and his ability to provide for his people. Their nomadic existence fostered a deep connection with nature and a spiritual world imbued with the spirits of the land, sky and animals. The horse in particular held a sacred place in their culture, revered as a symbol of power, freedom and the afterlife. The Sarmatians were renowned for their military prowess, their very name striking fear into the hearts of their enemies. They were masters of mounted warfare, their lives spent in the saddle. Their mastery of the bow and arrow was legendary, their arrows raining death upon their foes from afar. In close combat, they wielded long double-edged swords and lances with devastating effect. Their armor, often crafted from scales of iron or horn, provided them with formidable protection. The Sarmatian warriors were a sight to behold, their armor glinting in the sunlight as they thundered across the battlefield. Their military successes against the Scythians, Greeks and Romans cemented their reputation as a force to be reckoned with. They clashed with the armies of Alexander the Great, proving to be formidable adversaries. The Roman Empire too felt the sting of their attacks, their legions often struggling to contain the Sarmatians' lightning raids. Yet their military prowess was not solely based on brute force. The Sarmatians were also masters of deception and cunning, employing feigned retreats and ambushes to devastating effect. They were masters of the psychological game, their sudden appearances and fearsome reputation often enough to sow terror and disarray among their enemies. One of the most intriguing aspects of Sarmatian society was the elevated status of women. Unlike many ancient cultures, Sarmatian women enjoyed a remarkable degree of freedom and influence. They rode horses, trained for battle, and often fought alongside men, challenging the traditional gender roles of their time. Greek and Roman historians often commented on this unusual aspect of Sarmatian society, their writings filled with tales of fierce warrior women. These accounts, though often exaggerated, reflect the very real role women played in Sarmatian warfare and governance. Legends abound of Sarmatian warrior queens who led their tribes in battle, their names whispered with a mixture of awe and fear. The story of Queen Image, who is said to have united several Sarmatian tribes against the invading Scythians, exemplifies the courage and leadership attributed to these women. The high status of women is further evidenced by archaeological findings. Excavations of Sarmatian burial mounds have revealed that women were often buried with weapons, armor, and horses, indicating their active participation in warfare and their respected position within society. Despite their nomadic lifestyle, the Sarmatians were skilled artisans, their craftsmanship echoing their refined taste and cultural sophistication. They left behind a rich legacy of artifacts, often buried with their dead in elaborate Kurgan tombs scattered across the steppes. These artifacts, crafted from gold, silver, bronze and precious stones, offer us invaluable glimpses into their beliefs, rituals and artistic sensibilities. Their animal-style art, characterized by stylized depictions of animals, often intertwined in combat or engaged in fantastical poses, speaks to their deep connection with the natural world. The Sarmatians were particularly renowned for their exquisite gold work. Their jewelry, often adorned with intricate patterns and depictions of mythical creatures, reflects their mastery of metalworking techniques. These pieces, imbued with both beauty and symbolism, served as status symbols and talismans, protecting their wearers from harm. From the elaborate headdresses adorned with golden stags, to the intricate belts and harnesses decorated with scenes of animal combat, each artifact tells a story, whispering tales of a lost world. These echoes in gold and bone serve as tangible reminders of a vibrant culture that once flourished on the Eurasian steppe.